Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler video series videos I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. So I guess this one's being discontinued. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer around about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. And folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today? Happens to be my Dropout Kings shirt, which is a very cool shirt. I like the shirt. What are the Dropout Kings, though? Dropout Kings are a band, sort of blend of sort of rap elements and heavier elements. You could maybe call them nu metal, you know. I don't know if that's exactly what they would consider themselves, or, you know, there's different names and different subgenres, and, you know. But I got to see these guys perform live a few years ago. I'm hoping to see them again in a couple months. They were on tour with the band Head PE. I'd actually never heard of them before at that point. But it was one of those things, man, like, once they really got going, like, I was super into their stuff. Like, I just thought, like, holy shit, you know, this is exactly the type of music I love, you know, just, again, those blend of, like, rap elements and heavy elements. Thought they were really cool. Bought some merch, hung out with them a little bit after their set, you know, just talked to them a little bit by their merch table and everything. I also got some videos of their set. They're on the channel as well, just in case maybe you want to check them out. If nothing else, I'd be more than happy to kind of point you in the right direction as far as their music goes, because I think they're an incredible band. But anyway, what am I trying for today, folks? What are we doing here? Well, like I said, I guess this one's getting discontinued. I don't know if I ever would have reviewed this because it's been around for a good many years now. So, you know, I didn't see a lot of point in reviewing it. But it was just announced relatively recently that, you know, come January 2025, I guess it's going to be gone. And what is it? It happens to be, boom, it is Mountain Dew Kickstart Grape flavor. All right, let's get a thing for the thing here real quick. And we'll kind of do it like this. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. So yeah, recently there was an article that was released explaining that, you know, PepsiCo, they're going to go over there and they're going to discontinue some of their stuff, which that happens every year. I think Mountain Dew Major Melon, Spark, Frostbite, you know, they're going to be getting rid of some stuff. And one of the things that really surprised me was Mountain Dew Kickstart Grape. Because I remember when Mountain Dew Kickstart was first coming out. I actually was at a comic book convention the year that it was coming out, and they were giving away free samples. And I always liked the grape flavor because it reminded me a little bit of my favorite Mountain Dew flavor, Mountain Dew Pitch Black. But apparently, Mountain Dew has some sort of hate on for grape-flavored versions of their drinks. But I figured, what the hell, might as well get it in before it's gone. Definitely going to be picking up a few more. But let's give it a go. Let's give a little love to our potentially fallen brother in the future. And we'll see, because sometimes they announce it, but then they don't actually do it. So I hope they don't. Smells like Grape Kickstart. Yeah. It's nice. It's been a little bit since I've had a Grape Kickstart, to be fair. I don't do the Kickstart flavors too often. Nothing against them. I actually do like some of them quite a bit. A lot of it is just kind of quasi-availability. Because usually if I'm getting an energy drink or something, it's, you know, if I'm like working extra hours at work or something like that. So, you know, I'll grab a stuff from the, you know, from like the break room or something like that. Or if I'm doing a review. So this doesn't typically fall into that. But no, that's actually, it's nice. It's a little bit different than I remember. Because again, it's been a little bit. But it's a nice grape drink. It definitely has that Kickstart base to it. And what I mean by that is, like, when you have, like, you know, like, just like the normal Mountain Dew, right? Mountain Dew's obviously got a billion flavors. thing is, they're all building off a core of Mountain Dew flavors. That's where that's their starting point. You build on top of that. Kickstart definitely has that too. Every Kickstart has that sort of core flavor that they work off of. And it's definitely here, it's definitely present. It's not my favorite part of the experience, but it's nothing that I'm like overly against either. Certain, because this is basically an energy drink, kind of for what it is. They're like, oh, it's 5% juice, all that good stuff. But yeah, it's nice. It has a nice grape flavor to it. I think part of the reason why I like it is because while it is, it's obviously a sweet drink, it's not like overly sweet like some of the Mountain Dew flavors. It allows it to retain a decent amount of that grape flavor. Like it still has like just kind of a nice overall grape flavor. And it even has a tiny little bit of tanginess to it. Not a lot, but, again, it's when I wasn't getting Pitch Black at all, at least now every once in a while I get it, they bring it out for a few, for a month or so. But for a while this was the closest that I got was, all right, well, it's a grape flavored Mountain Dew thing. It's not super close to Pitch Black if I'm being honest, but like at least they're both grape flavored, although now Pitch Black is like dark berry flavored. So why do you hate grape Mountain Dew? And I imagine PepsiCo or Mountain Dew or whatever would be like, well, why don't you guys buy more of it? Well, razzle-frazzin'. But no, that's nice. It's, like I said, I got nothing against the Kickstart flavors. And the ones that I've had, I would put this, again, it's not my favorite even at the best of times, but I would still put it like in that sort of, close to that upper echelon of the flavors that I've had. Certainly much closer to top than it is the bottom for me. It is definitely one that I like quite a bit. It's nice. It's got a refreshing flavor to it. And I like the grape flavor that they use for it, It works out pretty nice. It's not as good, well, with it being an energy drink, it's not as good as like an actual grape soda, but the Kickstarts are typically pretty close. And especially by energy drink standards, they're definitely still some of the best tasting. I would say that grape flavor stands up under that scrutiny. But, two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Well, we'll see if we have the option to get it again. Like I said, I would hate to see it gone because it's like one of the original Kickstart flavors. And maybe that's just me waxing nostalgic about a product that, like I said, I hadn't bought in a while. And who knows, maybe they're just doing it to drum up a little extra business. Maybe because they announced last year they were going to be getting rid of Major Melon and Mountain Dew Spark. They kept them on for another year. So, I'd like to see them keep it around. Like I said, I like it. I like, and it's not, at the very least, it's not all nostalgia. Because when it comes to like, flavors and stuff, I really like great flavors. And I like that there are options out there. I personally think that orange is probably like the king of fruit flavors, at least here in America when it comes to like carbonated beverages. But like I think grape should be up there, like just as much. Like grape is delicious. So it's not my favorite grape beverage of all time or anything, but I like it. And I would, at the very least, I'll probably try to pick up one or two before they finally go out. But again, I'm hoping they change their mind on this one. But if I'm recommending it, I mean, look, it's not a life-changing drink. I'm not even going to say they couldn't potentially put out a better tasting version of it. And who knows, maybe that's what they'll do. Maybe they'll, dial it back and re-release it, give it a little extra zing, a little extra pep in its step, because I think you could. But even just as a base flavor, it's nice. And I think that, again, don't do it strictly for the nostalgia. Do it because hopefully you like it. But I think I'd still recommend it. If you like grape energy drinks, I think the Kickstart line are some of the better ones in terms of like the flavor and stuff like that. And I think the grape, again, it does a good job of continuing that. So, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, Spanish rest of your year. Folks, go over there, episodes of truly, I'm going to need this for later anyway, tastic rest of your life. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But Well, you do can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully, do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, how do you feel about the announcement of the discontinued stuff? I know that they're also, they're getting rid of the Pepsi Nitro, which I was never personally a fan of. I did review it, though, if you're interested on my take on it. I did do reviews of it. I wasn't into it, but one of my coworkers is a big fan. What else? They're also not going to be doing the trio of Liberty brews. I reviewed those as well, by the way. For next year when they do like the 4th of July, they're going to be, not going to be doing the 3 of them anymore. So I mean, but yeah, it's one of those things. I mean, obviously, some things have to go out, so some new things can come in. It's not inherently a bad thing, but of course, if you're a fan of those things that are leaving, it certainly does suck, Like I said, I'm a big fan of Pitch Black, and they keep taking it away from me. So, stop playing with my emotions, Mountain Dew, or PepsiCo, or what the hell ever your corporate overlords are. I'll fight all of you. Still a little bit spry. Not that spry. I'm 38 at the time I'm doing this, but I still got a little spring in my step. And it diminishes every day. Bye!